Good morning friends and welcome to the pre-market view. We had a spectacular rally in the global markets on Friday. US markets were up about 1 to 1.2% and in fact Nasdaq managed to close at the highest level since March 2000. And economic data points were mixed. The Chicago PMI rose to one-year highest level. The consumer confidence also has gone up to the 7-year highest level since July 2007. And in European markets also we have seen a good smart up move anywhere from 1 to almost about 2.5%. However, for the entire month the European markets were down because we had a huge swing in these markets in the last couple of weeks time. Also, when we look at the Asian markets today morning, Japan is shut, but the Hang Seng and most of the other markets are marginally up. No spectacular run up as such, and SGX Nifty suggesting that we are going to open up about 25 to 30 points higher, around 83, 80 odd levels. Also, we are seeing a huge swing in the currencies. So the euro and the yen both are quoting at the extremely low levels. In fact, yen is at the 7-year lowest level against the dollar at about 113. And the euro too is at about 2.5-year lowest level of about 1.26, 1.27 odd levels. And both gold and silver have crashed. So they are quoting at extremely low levels. So we are seeing a huge rotation happening globally from the metal space to the equity. And also we are seeing a huge swing in the currency markets. But overall, these developments are definitely quite positive for a market like India, and our rupee also has been quite stable despite the weakness and volatility that we are seeing in major currencies in other markets. On that note, let me invite Sadhana to take us through important F&O cues and ideas that we can have from the F&O risk.
Good morning friends, let's overview on derivatives. The Indian benchmark indices started the November series on a positive note, and later markets was continued to trade in a positive trend and by making an intraday high as well as lifetime high at around 835 odd levels. Ahead of global factors such as Japan has expanded the pace of QE to 80 trillion yen against 50 trillion yen. That news boosted the market sentiments and Nifty finally snapped its session with a significant gain of close to 2%. In this period, we have seen that long positions were built up by market players as open interest is increased by 13% from 1 crore 95 lakhs to 2 crore 21 lakhs. Approximately 26 lakh shares were added in Nifty futures. Also, Nifty futures price increased from 8198 to 8352 odd levels. Approximately 155 rupees increased. Cost of carry also increased by 7% from 4.63 to 4.95. Also, Nifty futures premium increased marginally from 29 points to 30.50 odd levels. PCR also increased sharply by 8% from 0.86 to 0.93, which is clearly indicating that put option has added approximately 88 lakh shares in open interest, whereas call option has added around 60 lakh shares in open interest. India VIX was up by 0.23%. It was increased from 13.27 to 13.30 odd levels. In the options activity, we have seen that 8,200 call option has reduced its shares in open interest, and that activity was shifted to 8,400 call option as well as 8,500 call option. We have seen that 8,500 has added 90% shares in open interest. In the put option, we have seen that 8,000, 8,200 and 8,300 has added approximately 191% shares in open interest. But as of now, 8,000 put option stands with highest number of shares in open interest. There is no security in ban period today. Yesterday, FIs were net buys of 1,485 crores in index futures. We have seen that approximately 113% open interest is increased in index futures by FIs. There were net buys of 1,680 crores in index options. There were net buys of 322 crore in stock futures, and there were net buys of 137 crore in stock options. Our 5-day CVF stands at 8175. Lower range for the market would be 8175 and higher range would be 8414, which is our straddle break-even point on a monthly basis on higher side. So if Nifty breaks this level 8414, we may see more sharp upside in the market towards 8500, 8600 odd levels. Singapore Nifty is up by 39 points, which is at 8399. So we may see a gap up opening in Nifty futures today. That's it from derivatives. Thank you.
Friends, let me take you to share count pre-market action report, starting with actionable ideas. First of all, a long call on TVS Motor that the company reported extremely good growth in the month of October at about 21.8%, and the exports also of the company grew by almost about 50.5%. So one can go long on TVS Motor with a stop loss of 255 and a target of about 268 to 273. Jet fuel prices have been cut by over 7%, so this is going to be a positive for some of the private airline companies like Jet Airways and SpiceJet. So one can go long there with a stop loss of 226 and a target of about 238 to 244. At SpiceJet, one can go long with a stop loss of 13 and a target of about 15 to 16 rupees. NHPC is looking at building up a 3000 megawatt hydro power project, which is equivalent to half of its current total capacity. So one can go long on NHPC with a stop loss of 20 and a target of about 21.6 to about 22.5. And some negative news for Sesa Sterlite and BPCL as the environment clearance has been delayed for both these companies. So one can short Sesa Sterlite with a stop loss of 261 and a target of about 248 to 242, and one can short BPCL with a stop loss of 732 and a target of about 715 to about 705. Important results announcements today. Bank of India, we are looking at a net profit of 815 crore, Dabur 275.7 crore, Thermex about 69 crore, V-Guard 17 crore and Wockhardt about 33.98 crore. Here is a watch list for people who want to do day trade with stocks with positive bias and negative bias. So stocks with positive bias are Tata Steel, Crompton Greaves and Just Dial, and stock with negative bias is Bharti. In other news and developments, friends, Tata Motors reported a dismal numbers for this October, 17% decline in the total sales. Also, Maruti Suzuki numbers were also not impressive, and in the month of October, they sold only about 1,03,000 units as against about 1,05,000 odd units in the same month last year. However, Maruti management has come out with a clarification that since the working days were less, these numbers look a bit down. And Mahindra & Mahindra also reported 15.39% decline in the total sales. So most of the other companies except TVS Motors, the numbers have not been that impressive. Also, Hero Motors, the numbers were down almost about 8%. And Coal India workers unions have threatened to go on a strike from November 24 to protest the government's divestment plan. And Life Insurance Corporation has reduced its stake in the Tata Chemicals over 2% by selling 52.87 lakh shares in the open market. And Indian Oil Corporation announced it would cut the retail price of both petrol and diesel by about 2.41 and 2.25 per litre. So that's overall good news. And BHEL has received an order of about 220 crore from NTPC. DCB, after completing the QIP of almost about 250 crore, whereby the promoter's stake is down to 16.4%, has sought more time to comply with the RBI requirement of the promoter holding of 10%. And Balaji Telefilms, with interest in films, television and events, is looking at TV-centric intellectual property rights as an additional revenue booster. And one such property the company is betting on is the sports reality show and Box Cricket League. So watch out for some action in Balaji Telefilms. Also recently, today morning, Chinese October HSBC manufacturing PMI came in at about 50.4% versus about 50.2% in September. And government is looking at putting a ban on e-cigarettes and selling of single stick cigarette, which could have negative implications for a stock like ITC. And a drop from Pfizer on Friday said the Bombay High Court has approved the amalgamation of Wyeth with the company itself. That's it from all of us, friends. Have a great reading session and see you tomorrow at the same time.